Hi everybody, Goddess Radical Self-Love for MECA, Make Everyone Count Always. We are a support network for radical self-love and self-care. Today is our second, I keep on forgetting, Transcendence Thursday, which is so hilarious. I just gotta say Transcendence Thursday that I keep forgetting it. Because the whole point of the MECA Maslow grid or MECA Maslow Manifestation Map is all about, again, transcendence. I'm not feeling good, so still, this is like since Sunday, yeah. So it's been a long week, but I'm good. It's getting through. I can tell. It's almost over. I just needed to slow down, I guess. Anyway, I wanted to talk a bit about the MECA Maslow Manifestation Map and what self-transcendence is. So basically the map is a cheat sheet on how we can manifest first what we want on each level, but do it in a way that is aligning for, in the end, I can't believe I'm doing this. Self-transcendence. Seriously, my brain, I want to say, like, this is how somebody is on drugs, but I'm not. So, I've had a lot of friends lately who are going through a lot of personal, very personal, heart-wrenching issues. And it really is kind of all part of our ascension together. And there are certain individuals here that are here to assist. I'm one of those individuals. So I know, don't get worried. I'm just sick today. I'm not really this, out of it. But, so I was given this information on how to make this map on each level of the chakra grid, but paired with the Maslow. And I added one level, which is the communications level. He did have communication in there, just not as focused and detailed as I did. And basically, there's 3D issues that get us off the track. So I like to pretend life is a game, because it actually is. It's not that we pass or fail, it's just we take longer to learn at times. And we are in a transition period where the learning takes place much quicker through, well, I would say for some people, the floor falling out from under their feet. So huge life changes, huge shocking events. My greatest, what would it be? Do you see this? It's so hilarious. Advice would be to laugh all the time. Anytime anything bad or what you perceive to be bad is, just laugh. Have complete faith and belief. Like, trust and believe that there are outside sources working for your best benefit all the time. So there's tests, and that's what we're all going through, okay? I had the pleasure of going through many tests in my life that were preparing me for this position. So as we go through the MECA Maslow Manifestation Map, the whole idea is to reach the top level. And it's not that the other levels are not important, especially the bottom 3, 4 if you count esteem, but it's the lower esteem that I'm talking about specifically. But in order to get above that, we have to have a really clear mindset of where we're headed. So it's kind of like always seeing the goal and not paying any mind to temptation in a weird way, and having everything very strategically planned to reach that goal. It's not about controlling the world around you. It's about setting it up so that it supports you. And that way, no matter what happens, you don't really get rocked out of your center. So keeping your center through the meditations, extremely important. Going through daily practices, rituals, whatever you would like to call them, but making it become like an autonomic part of your day, like spiritual protections, things as such. Constant self-care. So we can buy a lot in our lives, right? But we can't buy love. And that's really the point. The whole point is a clear energy in order to see and recognize gifts of abundance, love, all these things. So you can make anything you want happen. But the idea of self-transcendence is to release those lower level strongholds, outside influences that are negative, toxic behaviors, anything that would keep you locked within your lower level chakra grid, okay, or the lower levels of the Maslow. So basically with the MECA Maslow Manifestation Map, right, we work on identifying exactly what each grid segment needs for you. So today we will be working with food for the meditation, and I did take some notes out of my actual grid that you can find on the Patreon. And I believe we counted the last time 9 segments across and 7 going up to the top. So let me just look really quick. I'm going to get out of this. Sorry you guys. I'm so sorry that I am so sick. So I'll just go over them really quick again. Physiological needs. That's where we're at. This is the second week of the 9 weeks for the physiological needs. And then we have safety and security. Then we have know thyself, self-care, sense of belonging, interpersonal relationships. Yeah, that's really community is the main focus on that one. Feeling part of your community, understanding where you can fit in. The next one is esteem, radical self-love. That's my focus daily. The next level up that I added in the Maslow that wasn't there before is communication. Speaking one's truth, listening to others deeply, understanding, creativity. There's quite a few different ones in each one, 9 across. And the next one, self-actualization, self-fulfillment, intuition. And finally, the self-transcendence is really the realization of interconnectedness of all things, pure consciousness, the true you, divine wisdom and understanding, using one's gifts and passion to support others, connection with the formless, limitless, liberation from limiting patterns and beliefs. Sorry, guys. And presence. Yeah, and so with the map, we go over what the unbalance looks like, how to rebalance, which we do all the time with the meditations, and foods, essential oils, crystals, all these things that you can use to support you. But really, you have, if you're doing the map, you can see where you're at. So your likes, your dislikes, your strengths, your challenges. This can also be used as a care plan for anybody who has challenges that require others' assistance and pairing them with caregivers. So the caregivers and the care receivers, their likes, dislikes, strengths, and challenges, not necessarily challenges, but can align. So we're pairing people who are alike. I mean, you know, it's easier to work with people who are alike when you're actually having to deal with challenges. So yeah, especially when you're talking about culture and when people are in your home, just gets a little more complicated for the individual who is a care receiver if they're not paired with somebody who has the same cultural influences and beliefs. Yeah. That's how I've worked it out with the... So I just wanted to go over the food part since that's what we're in today. For myself, I had issues with food, well, really my whole life, just because of the way I grew up, and you'll see that is a component. And the way I was able to go about changing my eating patterns was really to go completely clean a couple of years ago and add back in food, and finally was able to realize that I was allergic to gluten, and I have issues with a lot of byproducts from animals, and really having, for me, the cleanest diet I possibly can works the best, and I don't have any psychological hangers, blockages with eating that way that I used to. So no matter what the addiction, it really all stems from self-medicating in one way or another. So for me, that was limiting my food intake or not believing I deserved a full meal or whatnot was part of my blockages. So for food preference has been found to have, this is all per Maslow, theory of human motivation. Food preference has been found to have physiological need identifiable per Maslow. When the body has been found to lack a particular substance, the body will begin to crave or have partial cravings for foods containing that food element. Hunger defined as the short-term replacement for glucose, sugar, and the long-term fat storage in the body. Interorgasmic and extra-orgasmic influences and social cultural factors play a huge component of why and how people eat. Physiological perspective, hunger is the short-term replacement for glucose and maintains long-term fat storage to give energy. And I really think that's, for me, the focus now is on the energy part. So am I giving myself enough energy, and what can I utilize that will give me the most energy? And if I'm lacking in, if I have identified like one of the chakras that I'm lacking in, then I focus on that food the most. And it's pretty easy to do if you just focus on the color. So social, cultural, and environmental pressures on eating and hunger. People are naturally more likely to eat in social groups. Social context has, unless you have a eating disorder, so then you may not eat in social groups. Social context has a huge impact on how much we eat, from eating with our family members to eating with large groups of people and eating in restaurants. Yeah, the huge portions in restaurants, pretty ridiculous. You could probably split most restaurant meals into four peoples. Even the medium of the way the food is provided, portion size, buffet, people are more likely to eat, and how much they eat is strongly related to context. Body types and looking a certain way influence the way we eat. Everybody does have a natural state of homeostasis. It tends to lean towards physiological, and we may want that to, I totally screwed that up. Everybody does have a natural state of homeostasis. It tends to lean towards psychological, and we may want that to look different. So dieting, measuring our BMIs, etc. Cultural influences can lead individuals to want to eat more than their natural homeostasis when it comes to food, which can have some negative consequences. Thinking of buffets, all you can eat. And then you can feel like you're going to die afterwards because your stomach will feel like it's going to explode. Or the holidays. What is your body's true homeostasis and how to maintain it? That's what I was talking about when I went just completely clear water, raw, I should say, not clear. Water, and then all raw vegetables, fruits, and then only added stuff in. It was a way for my body to show me its true homeostasis and how to maintain it, how much to eat. Really, we could all eat like as much as 5-year-olds do easily. Not what is the average for your height and weight. It's more individualized than that. Allowing your body to get into a natural homeostasis is important. Developing better relationships with food, natural tendencies expressed in positive ways. So like for me, one of those things is like eating nuts, like throughout the day, just anything that is natural and easy is, for me, a better way than sitting down and having a huge meal. Nutritious food, being open to trying new foods from all cultures and having gratitude for those who sacrificed for your meals, the ones who grew it, the ones who cooked it, or your mommy, or yourself. Thank you go a long way and it's great karma. Balance is what we aim for, making your plate look like a rainbow with portions equal to the size of your hand closed into a fish shape. Like I said, if one of your chakras is slow, you might want to load up on more of that color. For what we're practicing today, since it's in physiological needs, and that is the root chakra, we are looking towards feelings of security, trust, and survival, as well as the connection we experience with our physical bodies and its nourishment. So really understanding and being grateful that we have as much abundance as we do, and that we are always able to be nourished in the ways that our bodies need. We are not focusing on any type of lack, and that by having that gratitude during the meditation, it will help you as well understand that there's no need to overeat and there's no need to undereat. You are replenishing as a means of replacing your energy, or at times a light social thing, but I mean, it's great to have the social, cultural sharing of food, but I think it tends to be a little much. The overeating. We're talking so much maybe that we forget what we've already eaten, and it really should be a very concentrated event when you're eating in like on a plate. That's why the gratitude is so important, and taking your time, really taking your time to chew and think what you are doing instead of having it be mindless. And the longer you take, the easier it is too to recognize when you're full. When the chakra is balanced, I think this part is, yeah, I got this from, let's see, I think Gaia, of course. When the chakra is balanced, we feel grounded, strong, and secure, and have a sense of inner security that allows us to trust the universe. If the chakra is blocked, a person may feel emotionally explosive, manipulative, or may lack energy. Physical problems can include kidney weakness, stiff lower back, and muscle spasms. So when we think root chakra, we want to focus on grounding. Adding in foods like carrots, potatoes, parsnips, radishes, onions, and garlic, and anything else that roots itself can have a soothing effect for our root chakra. Dandelion root tea can be a great way to end the day and have you left feeling that has left you feeling a little disconnected, and it's caffeine free. The healthy root chakra vibrates at the color red. Therefore, red provides the vibration needed to help balance the root chakra. Nutritionally red foods usually have high levels of vitamin C, a nutrient utilized by several body parts that the root chakra oversees, like bones, teeth, skin, adrenals. Some red foods you can try are tomatoes, strawberries, apples, pomegranates, and cherries. So, yeah. And then if you want more information too, you can go to Gaia, or I have the heart.org healthy living. So I'll put everything on the newsletter and that you can find on our website and on the bottom of the information and the description. Yes, so we'll go into our meditation, and I hope that explains to some of you all a little bit about the transcendence. So if you have more questions, definitely reach out to me. But like I said, I'm here to help guide you through the process, and you can't fail. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's just I want you all not to get so caught up in the emotions of what's happening that, well, you keep sliding back down, and there is a backslide. And that's why having everything stay as stable as possible to support self-transcendence. Staying away from toxins, staying away from toxic behavior. It's very difficult. Doing things like eating the right diet can definitely help stabilize you. Drinking enough water. We'll go through them all, but working out, physical activity, very important. Being outside in nature, very important. Being with your community, you know, very important. But more than anything, it's your self-care. It's all about self-care. So that's what this whole grid is. It's self-care and radical self-love, and understanding that there's going to be temptations on the way. And we're going to try to structure things in a way that those temptations are no longer as prevalent. They don't have as much of a rattling factor. I don't know. Something it's they just can take you out of you'll just backslide. And so that's why we also have to let go of the this is so hard to do while I'm sick. So you also have to let go of your shame and guilt, but that's not all there is. You can't just let go of the shame and guilt each and every day and keep on making the same choices, because you're never going to get out of the 3D manifestation that's around you. So in order to experience higher levels of consciousness, higher levels of, self-actualization, self-transcendence, you're going to have to get out of the 3D mindset. Like the material world, even though it means something, it's only part of the game. It's only part of the game to get you where you're supposed to go. That's why I said, laugh. It's an illusion. You're just playing the game to get to self-transcendence and self-actualization. Really self-transcendence, because this is the 3D world. There's higher levels that we need to go through. There's different dimensions, and there are definitely beings helping you along the way. And I'm just on the 3D world right now with you, so I can help you too. So it's sometimes easier for people to work with me than it is with their spiritual or helpers that they cannot always see. They can maybe only feel or hear, or maybe not even that. So I'm here if you need my help. So I'll see you in a minute at our meditation. Mwah. Love you all. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. Have a great day. Welcome, everyone, to our meditation for our physiological needs and focusing on the root chakra for our food. Letting go of all fears, worries, doubts, and anxieties related to food, and having complete gratitude for all the abundance and all our nutritional needs being met. With the understanding that our nutritional needs being met are in support of our higher level consciousness of self-transcendence. And we will begin our journey with our deep breathing and clearing all blockages from the chakras and focused attention on our root throughout. So go ahead and reach out and up. Pull down all the divine's energy into our crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra. And reach out and around and pull up all that energy from Gaia. Really focus on grounding and being grateful for all our nourishment into our root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and heart chakra, where they meet as one. One more time, reach out and around and up, pulling all of that energy from the divine, from our universe, and pull it down into your crown chakra, third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra. And again, really bring in all that energy from Gaia into our root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, and heart chakra, where they meet as one. Welcome back. Let's do some of the stretching. Give yourselves a hug for taking care of your temple, your ship. You will need a strong ship, strong temple as we proceed through the maze, through the map, through the ascension process. Yes. So we want to make it as clean and healthy as possible on every level. And your base level is the most important. That's where you'll always go back to reach if you're not stable on the other levels. So having the base be as strong as possible gives you the support you need to transition up and beyond. All right, I love you all. Have a wonderful, do you see this? Self-Transcendence Thursday. Bye-bye.